Guys, it's Miss Delcambre. So today is Thursday, the 22nd of April, and here is a rundown of what we did today. So we did some of our mock star questions, Builder 26, and we watched a video, and I'll show you where it's posted, and we'll play it for rational numbers, ordering rational numbers. We'll have a Google slide activity, and then, oops, sorry about that. Let's go to this pointer. And then for your homework tonight, and what we did in class was Objective 1, 6.2, that packet that was that we did yesterday. We're doing the last 6 questions. We did the first 6 questions yesterday. The last 6 questions is for homework, and you'll put those answers into your Google form. Okay, so let me go back to this one. Close out of my Google Slides. Let's go to our Google Classroom. So if you see in my stream right here, I have our Khan Academy video up on ordering rational numbers. So if you click on there, it will pull you up to your YouTube channel.
What I'd like to do in this video is order these 6 numbers from least to greatest. So the least of them being on.
So in this video, it's about 6 minutes of, it's 4 minutes of how to order rational numbers, okay? And do you see rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions? So we have fractions, we have decimals here, and it will show you how to order those on a number line. And if you look,
the left-hand side and
I click pause. Well, I don't know what happened to it. There's sometimes some more videos that go along with ordering rational numbers or going along with the video. So you can, if you're still struggling, make sure you click on those videos as well. Okay, let me go back. So if I go to the Google Classroom, so today we did 2 things, okay? This rational numbers on a number line, this Google slide, this is what we did today. And then your homework is this Objective 1, 6.2, the second half. That is also due, okay? Real quick on the homework, if you click on it, you have that packet that's here. I'm just going to go ahead and upload that. And you did, the first 6 was last night's, and now the last 6 is what your homework is tonight. And then you're going to go and click on this Google Forms. Close this right quick. And you're going to enter in your answer choices for each of the answers. Okay, and it says question number blank. So you're going to put what that answer was for that. And then once you click submit, and then at the very end, you can see your answers, show your results, and I've added some stuff on there for you to kind of look at. So that is what's homework for tonight. You'll find your answers on here. You'll place them on the Google Forms. Okay? And so what we did in class today, we did our rational numbers on a number line. So it's a Google Slides. You're going to click on it. Now, I have seen some people have some issues. I think I've had like 2 people that had an issue. And I uploaded this into using Google Classroom assignment instead of a Cami, so that may have been another reason. But if you have a problem with this, please let me know. And when I say a problem with this, I had one that had an error message come up about something about doc. Please let me know if you have an error like that so I can try to figure out what's going on. So when you open it up, you should have your name, and it should say rational number on a number line activity. So it should have your name on it. If it doesn't, you need to go to File, make a copy, entire presentation, and you need to type your name. So copy of, I'm going to just put recorded rational numbers. Okay. So I'm going to click on that, and it should bring it up. And here it is. Here's my new one that I've copied. If you had your name on there for rational numbers, you do not need to do that. So let's go ahead and let's go through this Google slide. So we're doing graphing numbers on a number line. And graph each number on the side by dragging and dropping the appropriate spot on the number line. And I'm going to just zoom this in. That's way too much. Okay, guess this is as good as it's going to get with us. Okay, so we have our numbers here that we need to put on our vertical number line. So how we drag and drop, if we have a mouse, it's easy. You're going to left click. You're going to get a blue box with some squares on it. You're going to take it, click it, hold on, and drag it. And do you see you have a little box right there? Kind of gives you an outline of where it's going to be. So we have negative 75.5. Well, that's going to fall between that -1 and that -0.5. So it's going to fall right in there. You're going to try to get as close as you can, somewhere in that vicinity. Let me just scooch it out that much. There we go. Okay. See if I can get this larger. Okay. My next number is -1.5. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to where my negatives are. Scroll down. And that's a -0.5. So it's going to be right there. Okay. Then I have 2 and 2,500. So that's a positive. So I'm going to be above 0. And I'm going to bring that, and it's 2,500, which is 1/4. So it's going to go right over here. There we go. Okay, we have 1 and 7,500, so that's a positive. So that's going to be above the 0. I'm going to bring it, and it's 7,500, which is bigger than a half. So it's going to be put right over there. If you have a keypad, like a mouse pad that you're using, you're going to hold down the left button and you're going to drag with your next finger, like click and hold, and then move with your finger to get it to the spot. It'd be helpful if I grabbed it. And there we go. Okay, and then 2,500s, that's positive, so it's going to be above 0. And it's going to be under a half, so it's between that half and that 0. Okay. Now, our next one, we have a horizontal number line. And we're going to graph each number below by dragging and dropping it on the appropriate spot on the number line. And do you see these are all benchmark fractions? 1/4, 1/2, 1/4, 3/4, 3/4, and 1/2. Those are benchmark fractions, so we should have those memorized. Okay, but some of them are negative, some of them are negative mixed numbers, some of them are just positive mixed numbers, but the fraction piece are all benchmark fractions. So -1/4, well, 1/4 is like a quarter, just 2,500, but it's negative, so it's going to fall right here between the 0 and a -0.5. Speaking of a half, here is a half, and 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10. So it's going to go right there. We have -2 and 1/4. Well, we know 1/4 is like a quarter. Well, it is a quarter. So that's like 25 cents. So it's going to go right there at that -2,500. It's between that -2 and that -5. 3/4 is the same as saying 3/4, and 3/4 value 75 cents, and 75 cents falls between 50 cents and $1. And this is where I'm getting mixed up. There we go. Okay. -1 and 3/4. I'm sorry, 1 and 3/4. Well, 3/4 we said was 75 cents. And so where would $1.75 be? Be right here between the 1.5 and 2. And finally, our last one's -1.5. So remember, half is like 50 cents. It's 50 cents. It's 50 hundredths. It's going to go right here. Okay, on slide number 4. Identify what number is graphed below. Each point graphed below is representing. Type the number next to the letter in the box. Okay? So if I look at this, I go 0 to 1. I'm counting the spaces. So it's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 spaces. So this is broken up into thirds. All right? So if I look at letter A, I'm at -1. I'm past -1. So this would be -1 and 1/3. So that's -1 and 1/3. All right, letter B. Well, it's at 0, between 0 and 1, and it's on the second tick mark, which would be 2/3. So B would be 2/3. All right, C again is between 0 and -1, but it's on the first tick mark to the left of 0. So this would be -1/3. And finally, the last one you have is D, which is 1 tick mark away from 1. So this would be 1 and 1/3. There we go. Okay, let's go down to the 5th slide. Identify what number each point's graphed below is representing. Type the number next to the letter in the box. So let's look. So again, this goes from 0 to 1 and 0 to -1. But look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different spaces. So this is broken up into quarters. Broken up into quarters. So if I look at A, I'm 1 away from 0 to the left. So that's 1/4. But it's on the negative side, so it'd be -1/4, which is the same as -1/4. Okay, B, that's 1, 2, 3 tick marks away to the left. So that would be -3/4. Letter C is 1 tick mark away from 1. So we would call this 1 and 1/4. D is 1 tick mark or 1 mark away from 0. So that would be 1/4. And finally, E would be 1, 2 away from 0. So that would be 1/2, which reduces to 1/2. Reduces to 1/2. Then looking at this last one that we have here. Identify what number each point graphed is representing. Type the number next to the letter in the box. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. If I look, it goes again from 0 to 1, 0 to -1. Now let's count the spaces between. Count the spaces between. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 spaces between, meaning this is broken into tenths. So looking at point A, it is over here. So if we count from to the right of 0 to A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths to the left. So this would be a -7/10. So we can say -7/10. That's 8. Mistyped it there. Now let's go back to 0 and find where B is. Okay, so B is to the right of 0, so that's positive. And we're going to count the tick marks from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that would be 9/10. Positive, so it would be 0.9. Letter C is to the right of 0, so that's going to be positive, and it's 2 tick marks away, so this would be 2/10. Sorry. There we go. D is 1 unit, 1 tick mark to the right to the left of 0. So that would be a negative. So it's going to be a negative, and it's 1. So that's 1/10. E is way over here, but I can also look at E, know that this is tenths, is 1 less than negative 1. So this has to be a negative 9/10. And finally, F, if I go from 0 to F, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tick marks away to the right. So this would be 8/10. And you can see, if you want to know the opposites, E and B are opposites of each other because they're the same distance away from 0 on the number line. All right. So I'm going to close out of here, and I'm going to look at our homework. So let's go to objective 2, the second half. I'm going to pull up the template. We start at question number 18. I'm going to just come over here. So I'm going to scroll down to question number 18. Dana placed the following points on a number line. This is just what we were doing. What point is not correctly placed on the number line? So if I looked, negative 24 over 3. Well, 3 can go into 24 8 times. So that would be a negative 8. That's where P would be. And negative 8 is right there. There it is, right there. So that's correct. We've got to find the one that's not correct. So look at Q. 2 can go into 9 4 times with 1/2 remaining. So it's negative 4 1/2. So if I go to negative 4 1/2, it would be right here. Q, where it's located at right now, is negative 3 1/2. So point Q is the one that does not go in that place. So that answer choice was G. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to find number 18, and I'm going to click G. Oh, please make sure that you type your name right there, guys. All right. So I've given you a answer for question number 18, so you have the rest to do. Take your time. Make sure you submit it, and you see the little memes I have at the end. All right. So that does it for me today. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're doing our griddable practice and griddable quizzes. So I will see you later then. Take care. Make good choices. Bye.